Okay, hi, I'm Suraj from Classcard. I'm at Spanda. It's a beautiful location for Bharatanatyam. They're in multiple places of Dubai. I'm here with Puja, who is the founder and leads a lot of the programs here at Spanda. So before we jump into it, Puja just gives a little bit of insight as to what was the founding moment of Spanda. What made you start all of this?
I can't quite clearly remember one specific founding moment, but I remember that there was this time when I received a scholarship from this organization called SPIC-McKay, where we were asked to live with the legends of the time. It was like a Gurukul system, so the teachers would be there, you live around. It was in the Chinmaya Vibhuti ashram, so obviously there's restrictions on food. We weren't allowed to have any sort of communication with the outside world. We were just expected to immerse in the arts, and that too with the legends like Professor C.V. Chandrasekhar sir, Pandit Birju Maharaj ji, Vedavalli Mami, and the big names in the field, the oldest legends, we could say. Back then, I don't think I was able to comprehend how fortunate we were, but during that time, I remember that everything that went through my head, I had written down in a book. So in that phase, I kind of realized that although I've been dancing from the age of 3, there was something that changed during that 1 month of living there. And I had some dreams that randomly happened during the time, and I would write, maybe I could go back to Dubai and start teaching some students, because I know that while living here, while I've been performing here, there were so many students who were so talented. I would say I was on the bottom of the list, and many of them dropped off somewhere. So when I learned the lessons over that 1 month in life and in dance, I kind of realized that if we had that kind of exposure somewhere in Dubai, maybe these guys wouldn't have dropped out. So I had this dream then that I had just written down bullet points. When I start a space, I would teach this, I would do this in my classes, I would do body conditioning, I would play music in my classes, I would give them exposure to multiple things. The other day I just picked up that book and I'm doing everything right now. I've not opened that book since 2012. But somewhere it was written, and when I opened that book, I'm literally doing every single thing already. So that came as like they say, manifesting. I don't know if I consciously manifested it, but that happened. And after this particular camp, I came back to Dubai, and that phase when you're looking out for a job and you feel like you're worth nothing and you don't get into any of the jobs, and parents obviously want you to get into a corporate job, earn well, get settled in life, but nothing was working out, so I decided to start classes at home. And all the people who said that, if you start teaching, I would come and learn from you, nobody came. Nobody came, and I was like, okay, I'm a big zero in life. And there was that, I still remember rolling on the floor and crying and thinking that I'm good for nothing. But all those moments slowly, quietly shaped this moment. And eventually I started taking classes, and eventually there was 2, 3, 4, 5 growing into numbers, and then neighbors start complaining because of the noise. Then we take a space. We took one small little place, that is this floor, and then we expanded to the next floor, and then we expanded to Alcos, and now we're going to DIP. So I think it's all the part of the journey.
It sounds so structured, and like 13 years into the making, it's an amazing story. I mean, when we think of like building a business, and that is in such a niche, just Bharatanatyam, did you ever think about like how big is the market, what should I go about, or just like get your 1-2 students and then build on from there?
I don't think like that. I'm not a planner in that sense. But there was this question where, if I'm only doing Bharatanatyam and if I'm running a space only for Bharatanatyam, how would it match the economics, right?
Correct.
So, and we've heard so many stories back then about institutions and teachers who've taught Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi and Mohiniyattam and keyboard and drums and drawing and everything else, and still the institute was not performing in the sense of numbers. So how would that work out? And to that I would give full credit to Ashwin, because he was the one who said, you take the place, I'll figure it out. And he said, you do what you're comfortable with. I'll figure out the financials, the commercials and everything, I'll figure it out and we'll build from there. So initially when we started, I was only particular about one thing, that I will not dilute the quality in which I don't want to expand in the sense and dissolve the quality. So I would only teach Bharatanatyam. I would only teach a certain way, that is, it has a slow way of learning which will bring out the best in students. So I would only teach that way, and I would only, whatever freedom I had when I was teaching at home, I needed that freedom in the space. That was my only condition. And the second condition was I need a ground floor. So that we're not having neighbors and everybody complaining and then saying, okay, tap lighter, go soft on the legs, and that'll obviously dissolve the quality. And he figured out everything else from there. And so that part is fully Ashwin's credit.
So you mentioned Ashwin, right? Like, it's so important to like build a team that can help you grow. Like, can you talk a little bit about your like journey of like finding the right people to work with and like growing with them, or them growing with you as you've scaled?
Ashwin, obviously, he's my partner in life and in work. So I'd say we work like, I'm the content person and he's the admin person. He handles all the paperwork and, in my words, the boring stuff. And I handle all the interesting stuff. So I do everything creative, anything to do with videos, social media, my dance, shows, structures, light, costume, all those things are my area and nobody interferes. And all the things to do with paperwork, admin, going to government offices, sitting there, speaking to them, figuring out the team, and maybe even managing the team per se, because you might have the right people. They might not be in the right spot. So to get them to the right spot, to motivate the team, to ensure that they're taken care of also mentally, that's all his cup of tea.
That's amazing. We all need Ashwin in our life.
We all need an Ashwin, yes.
Yeah. All right. And just a little bit more on like, what can one expect when they walk into the studio, right? Like you mentioned, it's exclusively Bharatanatyam, but like, who's a good fit and who would actually thrive in this environment as a student?
Anybody who has a growth mindset. And that's not just with the student, but also with the parents, because sometimes the biggest challenge we face is the children are so easily moldable. But the parents have such high expectations and they have timelines set for the children. So that alignment needs to come in, I feel. So anybody who comes into Spanda will definitely have an experience. What experience is something they have to define for themselves. But I know for sure that we give attention to details, and details as in obviously the ambience. You might have figured out a fragrance when you come in, right? It's all planned. Everything is taken care of. So we have a specific way in which we want everything to run. We want to awaken the senses in all manners, but also it means to grow, and it means to learn, and it means to be aware of what you are and what you need. And your journey may be different from another person's journey, and that's what I think you should be prepared for when you come to Spanda.
Got it. Just circling back to your founding moment, and your journey is obviously like, I feel like every founder goes through like highs and lows, and you've had your fair share. But if you had to reflect and speak back to yourself, like knowing what you know now, what advice would you give yourself when you're starting out?
Maybe you could have controlled your emotions a little more. I think, when you're in your 20s, you're high on energy, you're high on emotions, and you feel like everything's here, right? So at that point in time, sometimes I feel that emotions have taken the front seat. Maybe that could have been changed.
Got it. So what I'm hearing is like, you wouldn't change anything, but you just be a little bit more, I'd say, rational and less emotional about it.
Yeah, more regulated with my emotions maybe.
Got it. And it's an interesting time because like, I feel like women entrepreneurs generally aren't as supported. As a woman, like, how do you like think of balancing home, life, work, etc.? Like, obviously you'll have more responsibilities and more commitments as such. So how has that like affected you, or like how have you navigated that part of
like I have an Ashwin in my life, I have a mum in my life, I have a dad in my life, and we all live in the same building.
Wow, okay.
So that sorts 90% of balancing for me.
And so, like, you had to like define work-life balance. What is that? Like, someone like, if I'm a new person starting a business, what is the reality or the expectation I should keep in mind, and how should I think about work-life balance?
I think this work-life balance concept, I mean, people might come at me for this, but I think it's a myth, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Because when you're working, you have this feeling that, you know, the moment I'm out of this organization and I'm doing something on my own, I'll figure out my work-life balance. No, you work 24/7, you work round the clock, you're thinking about work even while you're sleeping. Like, just before you hit the bed, you'll be thinking of what to do tomorrow, what are the things I'm pending with, and sometimes you don't have enough time at hand. So there's a high chance of a burnout. But also, the positive side of it is, you can plan your breaks, and you don't need to ask anyone for a break. Except if your work is sorted, if you're able to manage it, like if you want to travel, you can just travel out and figure your work from there, which may not be possible if you're working under someone. But the work-life balance part of it is something we have to consciously make an effort towards, especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Got it. You spoke about burnouts. It's super interesting. Have you had personally experienced it and like come out of it in a good way? Like, if you could just give us an anecdote or a little bit of a experience of it, about it.
Last July was the last time I went out of town for something not work related. And I'm literally burning out now.
Okay, all right. Apart from obviously like growth in terms of, you know, new locations, you know, things looking positive on like student numbers, what are you genuinely like? What are you really proud of? Like, at the essence of Spanda, like what keeps you ticking?
I think one is I was able to build, or rather we were able to build a space exclusively for Bharatanatyam without diluting the quality of it. Now, while I say and emphasize on Bharatanatyam, we also have classes for music and Kerala murals and drawing, pencil shading, all of that. But in the perspective of dance, I think an exclusive Bharatanatyam space is very rare here. So that is something I've built, and I'm genuinely proud of our shows. Almost always have a minimum of 300 guests. It's most cases it's 500, and that could be even a student solo performance. Having 500 people to watch is not a joke. Sometimes it goes up to 1,000 when we have our group performances and all. So to have built a culture where people are coming to watch Bharatanatyam and not a semi-classical and not something that's diluted, I think that's something I'm really proud of. And another secret pride moment for me is when the dads of children have built an interest in Bharatanatyam through the child. So most cases, it's the mums, right? They want the children to learn Bharatanatyam. It's not even the child. They just come in and go back with a hurting knee. But the dads, when they see their children perform and when they see them do solo recitals of an hour or so, they start getting interested in it, and they start observing it. They start coming back and asking details. So the mums are an easy catch. The dads are more difficult. So when the dads are involved, I think I'm proud of these kind of things.
Got it. And
small little things, but I'm very proud of it.
One last question. What does the next 5 or 10 years look like for Spanda? Like,
you should ask Ashwin. No, I think our team needs to grow a little more. We'll need more people on board because we've built a space. We've built a space and people who are curious about what we do, and we'll have more audience to cater to and more responsibilities. Our students are also growing. They're also performing at multiple places. They're traveling. So those kind of things obviously need a larger team to support us. So we will need a larger team, more spaces, more ways in which we can accommodate a larger audience and also cater to them without dissolving on the quality.
Puja, this is my favorite part. It's the rapid fire. I'm going to hit you with a few questions and you just have to hit me with your immediate thoughts.
Okay.
One part about running your academy, you wish had been simpler at the start.
Finding the team.
The most underrated skill for a woman founder.
Gut feeling.
Wow. One word that describes your leadership style.
My way or the highway.
Who's been your biggest motivator?
My mum.
One failure that you'd not be embarrassed sharing about.
I'm a woman, I don't fail, right?
All right, those are my questions. One last one, Ashley. How do you think AI will impact your business?
It'll help me. It'll help me be the hands and legs and everything else. It'll help me make things easier. I don't think it's going to take over, but I think it's going to make work easier and give us more thoughts and give us some, when we have the direction, give us the path for it.
Wow, that's a nice answer. I think those are my questions. Thank you.